more on Erdogan's comments, Kadir Ustun joins us now from Washington live. He's the director of the think tank SETA Foundation. Thanks so much for joining us. First, if you will, help us reconcile the two extremely different responses here. The United States seems to think this is a disagreement between friends. Why is this so much more serious for Turkey?
Well, Turkey has been long frustrated with the U.S. policy on Syria, but more specifically, its approach towards PYD. The United States, ever since its failure to enforce the red line that Obama had drawn against the Assad regime, the U.S. has been increasingly just focused on the fight against ISIS, kind of ignored the broader political problems in Syria. It failed to support the Syrian opposition, and it is now talking to Russia while Russia is kind of destroying the opposition, and now Aleppo seems to be about to fall. But Turkey has been very frustrated with this policy because it prioritizes fight against ISIS, and it allies with whoever is willing to fight ISIS. And PYD, broader organization, is PKK, because a lot of YPG members are recycled PKK fighters. They have seen an opportunity in legitimizing themselves in the eyes of the international community and took that opportunity. And the US found it convenient to work with them to help them fight ISIS. But this is not a politically wise move from the Turkish perspective, and it is making things harder at home in resolving the Kurdish issue, because PKK does not have a lot of incentive to withdraw from Turkey and give up its fight against Turkey while it's being supported by US and Russia in Syria.
You can describe it as not politically wise, but is the language really justified here to accuse the United States of creating a sea of blood because it supports what it sees as a moderate rebel group in Syria in the fight against Daesh?
Well, this is essentially PKK in Turkish eyes. So you're using a terrorist organization against another terrorist organization, and this is widely accepted. YPG fighters are recycled PKK members, and Turkey claims they have actually moved arms and ammunition and human resources from Syria to Turkey and back and forth. And we saw the mobilization during the Kobani siege. They were able to bring a lot of fighters from within Turkey into Syria to fight for their sort of political game in northern Syria. Their number one goal is to establish their autonomous region, and they eliminated other Kurdish groups and Arab groups as well. And fighting ISIS is secondary for them, but it gives them a good leverage over the United States. Yes.
Kadir Ustun, I'd like to thank you so much for joining us and sharing your insight from Washington.